Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It has actually been a minute since I sat down to do this, like literally over a year, and I feel guilty about it because I claimed this channel is about beauty, lifestyle, fashion, but clearly we all know what my favorite thing is by now. Anyhow, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you for tuning in yet again. I appreciate you. Barakallahu feekum. May God's blessings be yours this year. And if you are joining us for the first time, my name is 𝓙𝓪𝔃𝓮𝓮𝓻𝓪, as is the channel name, which is about beauty, lifestyle, fashion, and travel. Now that we got that out of the way, I'm going to be attempting something I've never done, which is doing my makeup while I'm talking. Yes, if my friends are watching this, they're probably like, girl, because I do talk a lot. If you do not know that about me, I love the sound of my voice. There's no secret about that. But without further ado, I'm going to be jumping into it. I thought that today we would try something new, which is a get ready with me, meaning I am going to be getting ready to leave the house with you guys. I'm going to do my makeup as we do this. So I'm just going to prep my skin real quick and it should be good. This is the MAC Mattifying 12-Hour Shine Control Primer. A little goes a long way with that one. Otherwise, Happy New Year. How are you guys doing? How is the year treating you so far? I know we're not that far in yet, but I hope it's off to a good start. And if it is not, I'm sorry for that. You know, for those of us that lost people last year that did not make it into this year, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. I pray that Allah, forgives all those people and grants them Jannah. And I'm very, very sorry for your loss. May you be strengthened through this trying time. This is the NARS Soft Matte.
One eternity later.
Oh my god, how do YouTubers do this nonsense? Because I can barely concentrate. Okay, guys. First of all, let's first spin this hijab out of the way because it is stomping on our parade, okay? Okay guys, so I'm back. I just had to pin my hijab out of the way, and now that that is done, I'll just go ahead and continue with my makeup. So this is the NARS Soft Matte. I recommend that you use this foundation in the summer rather than the winter. It is very mattifying, I've come to learn, so I need to get me one for the winter season. I wanted us to normalize a conversation. Friendships. One thing I've learned in my 20s is they just don't play. Gone are the days of primary school where somebody maybe broke your ruler or lost your compass from your mathematical set, like gone are those days. These days, like, people come with guns, okay? Like, to the fight, and sometimes you don't even know you're in a fight. Anyhow, that being said, there's a couple people you're gonna meet in your 20s, categories of friends, and in my opinion, these are the friends that you should avoid. And if you do see these characteristics, it's a red flags, run the hell away, okay? Oh, before we dive into the the friends we're running away from in 2024, I just forgot to mention that I'm actually trying to recreate my birthday makeup look. So anywho, so I'm moving on to my eyeshadow category number 1, the envious friend. I have learned, and I have friends that have also learned the hard way, that not everybody is going to be in your court, okay? And that's okay. So not everybody is going to be rooting for you, and even when they act like they are, they're not. That being said, you need to know who is your person. Even in Islam, I believe in Christianity, it should be the same thing as well. Like, you have to be mindful of the people you engage with. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you just have to be on the lookout. Not everybody's your person. Just be mindful. That's all I can say about that, honestly. Envy is somebody that, when you get nice things, they're not happy for you. In the modern day and the modern world we live in, people will pretend like they are, right? So you probably never even know that this person is envious of me. But sometimes there are little telltale signs, and majority of the categories that are going to come after this are actually those telltale signs. Category number 2, the narcissistic friend. This friend is never wrong. The rest of you, dum-dums, like they're the tree and you're the roots, you understand? Like, you can never put them right. First of all, like, I know I tend to be like this. I don't want to say I'm bordering on narcissistic, but I like to always think I'm right, which majority of the time I am. Anyhow, the whole point is, don't be that friend that just, they cannot tell anything like, oh, by the way, Jazz, this is A, B, C, D, and you're like, no, it's Z. It's Z, period. You can't tell me otherwise, even when facts are staring you right in the face. Oh my God. Yeah, so the friend that's never wrong is honestly very exhausting, because it means that even when they are in the wrong, the rest of you are like, oh no, yeah, we cannot tell them about it because, you know, they won't believe it or whatever. And the narcissistic kicks in when they get on the defense. They're like, you know, you guys are gunning for them and stuff like that. And the whole thing just gets confrontational rather than, how do they call it? Rather than an intervention. Narcissist, you gotta stay away from those. Category 3 is like this eyeshadow. Dark at heart. Dark in the corners, okay? Like, anyway, what I'm trying to say is the person that only shares the bad things with you. What's that about? But seriously, somebody make me understand. What is that about? So these are friends who, when the good things happen in their life, they do not say a thing. And I get it. In Islam, it's like when you have a good dream, we're encouraged to not, share that dream with everybody. Just share it with the one person you trust. Similar for the bad ones, preferably don't even tell anybody about it. I get that part. But there's a clean-cut line between waiting on something good that's going to happen for you. You don't want to jinx it, and then when it happens, you tell people, and waiting a year or two or a year and a half, like, girl, bye. Like 2023. In fact, I think this should have been left in 2021, 2020, COVID times. Like, what are we even talking about? On to the next one. So, you know how sometimes you apply concealer and it's not like working with you when you're trying to contour? Guess this one. The person that only calls when they need you has got to go. Like, come closer. The person who only calls when they need you has got to go. Because, let's just face it, they're natural. The sooner you get with the program, the better for both of you. We're trying to get rid of toxicity and all that kind of stuff, and that person is just as toxic as the others. It's just that you're not keeping them around full time, so let's try not to give them a part-time job either. Okay? Bye-bye, Felicia. Because let's face it, you're young, you're confused, you're going through so many changes in your 20s, financial hardships, oh my god. College students are broke. Don't ask me how I know. Anyhow, you don't need this. You don't need somebody to show up as they please and leave when they want to. So, skedaddle. As a matter of fact, here's what you're gonna say the next time they call. Hello. If you're facing an emergency, please call 911. Okay? Because you're not an emergency service, you're not a helpline. You're just not that. You're a human being who has feelings and is freaking tired of being used. Just saying. One thing I have been loving about this foundation, like when I've just applied my concealer, even before I've contoured, it looks like I have like soft contour or something like that. Yeah, anywho, loving it. This is how I like to do my contour. I learned this from TikTokers and other YouTubers. Like, you warm it up at the back of your hand. It starts to become like creamy, and then when you pick it up with a brush, it will be more pliable, easier to work with. So you just like dab. When you come in to apply the product, it won't be as anyhow. So see the way I'm looking hella confused right about now. Everything is not yet coming together. If you do not drop the dead weight, this is how you're going to be looking by the end of your 20s. I strongly suggest that you treat this like a bull riding situation, okay? You're gonna rock the heck out of that bull until dead weight drops. That's just how it's done. There's so many challenges you face during these years, and then there's so many things that can carry you through those challenges. A main factor will be your friends. Notice the side that I've applied powder to and the side I have not yet. There's a situation, right? So pay very close attention, because these are the friends we're taking to 2024 all the way through our 20s. You see, powders were there even before liquid foundation was a thing. They are our ride or dies, okay? They're there through thick and thin. Even if you're the one that made the mistake, they're gonna sit there and cry with you and tell you like, but yeah, the guy left you. You did him a dirty, but I love you, girl, okay? They're still with you no matter what, no matter the situation. They're your people, okay? So that friend gets to stay. And that friend is the person, you're going to make maid of honor at your wedding. So, of course, they're staying. I'm going to be going in with my blush. I don't know if you guys are aware, but I like to use my my eyeshadows as a blush. This is the Morphe Gems Charles palette. So, yeah. This next category of friends, they call once in a while, right? But they're there when you need them. and that's the most important thing. So they may not be there every day, but when it counts, they show up. This is the kind of person that even after 3 months of no conversation, you always pick up where you left off. If you have such a person in your life, they might be worth more than even the people you talk to on a day-to-day basis, because let me tell you, people be fake. Okay, so just like this blush, we don't need it every day, but when we do, it shows up and it shows out, like how they would say, periods. Had a little bit of an intermission because I had to say my prayers. As I was saying, prior to starting my makeup, I did have a slight hint of lip balm. I don't know if you noticed. It helps prep the lips, I've come to learn. So if you haven't started doing that, you should. The group of people I'm about to tell you about may be worth more than anybody I just talked about. The friend that defends you in your absence. Sometimes you may not even be close friends with this person, and they're out there defending your honor in your absence, meaning without your knowledge. That speaks volume to that person's character and them being there for you. They may not even know you personally. They may have known you from a friend's friend and stuff like that. But somebody standing up for you when you're not there, guys, it's everything. That's why I like to think of them as lip liners. They're the underlining of this entire thing. Without a lip liner, your nude lipstick looks hella ridiculous. If you have been around for a while, you must know by now that this is my favorite lip combo. So I always go in with the MAC Chestnut lip liner, and this is, I think they're topped with brandy, and I always finish it up with a good Lady Be Good. You cannot go wrong. This is the Lady Be Good, and I just bring, you know, a little bit of this to the center to liven up the lips. So let it be known, you don't need a lot of friends. You don't. You don't need people that are going to play extras in your movie. You need just a few key people that will be there when you need them to, and who you can easily show up for. I have been a victim of this. I have so many friends, and I'm not complaining. It is the most beautiful thing, but I feel like it prevents me from showing up for some because it's hard to balance the relationships, and majority of my friends are from different categories. I do have like work friends, I have friends, like home friends, house friends, you know what I mean? Merging all these different categories of people together has been quite the task. Also, that being said, I tend to befriend my friends' friends and my family's friends, but my entire family is like this. Normally when we do meet somebody's person, that person becomes a friend of the family's. Anyhow, so you don't need that many friends. Otherwise, you're going to be out here trying to juggle, and you're not a juggler. And let me tell you, you're going to create a circus for yourself and for them, and everybody's going to be like, this person doesn't show up. Then you'll easily become the person that never shows up, and nobody wants that. So just have a manageable group of people, right? So for my birthday, let it be known that I actually almost did a gloss look for the lip, and I decided against it because, as you noticed, my dress was very shimmery, and I was planning to wear these tiny, pretty, shiny thingies on my eyes. So I figured they'd fill in for that, the glossy bit. I got this from the local beauty store. It's called BSW. The best part about these is they're self-adhesive. It's just getting them on can be quite the trick, but once it is on, it is not going anywhere. Ah, now it's stuck on my thumb. That's what I told you. Ooh, wrong place, wrong place. There we go. Nice and shiny and in line with the others. The few kinds of friends you need are a monetary friend, somebody that's gonna help you in your finances. I feel like this should be number one. I know, I'm Muslim. I should be saying spiritual, but I feel like you're gonna need money when you're in your 20s. It's good to have a couple of friends that are always going to bail you out because, yeah, bills and everything, you're just finding your footing as being financially independent is not easy. So I'm not saying keep borrowing from your friends or whatever. I'm just saying it's nice to have a cushion of people you can fall back on that will not judge you, and they can see that you're hardworking and you're trying to make ends meet. And so alhamdulillah for mine. Right after that, then you're gonna need a spiritual friend, somebody to keep you guided. Honestly, religion is our moral compass, and it is nice to have somebody to always remind you, especially when you're going to go astray or whatever. Like, it is nice to have somebody that will be in your ear, always bringing you back, to the righteous path and whatever. Of course, that's upon God to do that, but I'm just saying it doesn't hurt to have people that are always leading you the right direction. If you have that special friend and they're within your family, it makes it 10 times easier to have somebody to relate with and stuff like that. I feel like if you're sorted financially and spiritually, then you should be emotionally okay. So if the above two boxes check, you will be emotionally okay. But that does not guarantee, of course, that you're going to go through your 20s smoothly. There is going to be days where you lose people and nobody plans to die. It kind of just happens, and it's supposed to happen to all of us. Of course, your cage is going to be rattled. You will not know how to deal with those situations. And yeah, so having that emotional supportive friend, it's beyond words. Because sometimes you may have a financial friend, but there's some people that are just not good with emotions. They cannot be around people who have just, you know, lost somebody, or when somebody has died, they don't know what to say, they don't know how to behave, they get awkward, they won't shed a tear. I know some people like that. Anywho, yeah, that's I think that's kind of how I am. Like when I'm emotionally overwhelmed, I do not know how to behave with myself. Like I might be the person that will cry their eyeballs out, or I'll just be aloof. Like it will take months for me to like even show emotion, like because I'll just be so shocked. And yeah, but you want somebody that's going to know what to say and say the right words and hold your hand and tell you everything is going to be okay. And last but not least, in any way whatsoever, you need a fun friend. Work without play makes Jack a dull boy, honey, okay? You need a fun friend to bring life to the party, like yours truly. It's not fun to be serious all the time. Like, so just have somebody that will always shake things up a bit, you know? Like when they show up, you feel like, yeah, the party has started, okay? Always have somebody like that in your corner, because especially in the gloomy days, the bad days, like, oh my God, don't get me started with winter days. When you have somebody like that, they honestly make the hard times worthy of going through. They make it easier. They won't make it easy, but they'll make it easier. It will still remain hard, but having somebody that just jokes about even the important things in life, it's a good balance to the whole situation. Otherwise, that being said, I wish you happy 20s and happy friendships. And in case you're somebody that is in the category we're tossing, sorry, we're not sorry. Anywho, just do better. We can all do better. I can do better as a friend. Let's just be better friends. Let's try to show up more. I'm slowly becoming a no-nonsense person. Well, not slowly, actually. I think that happened a long time ago. But the point is, let's just all do better by our people. Be better friends, be better family, be better siblings, okay? The world needs more people like that out here. So I did take the liberty to add my lashes off camera, and sometimes these things don't want to be getting there, okay? Like one of them right now is doing things I don't understand, but that's going to happen to you. Sometimes you're going to call on your people and they're not going to show up, or they're not going to be able to, which may not necessarily mean that they don't want to. Right? I wanted to make sure that before I close this video, that is known to everybody that is navigating the friendship space. Sometimes they may be dealing with their own problems. I mean, you're adulting and they're out there adulting too, and sometimes their problems might even be bigger than yours. Just because they have not said does not mean that they're not going through something. So rather than be that person that sits out there complaining and being like, oh, so and so is not here, oh, I'm going through this, why isn't this and this person here? Especially if you haven't told them. I mean, honey, they are not Jedis. They do not read minds. You're supposed to, you know, reach out. It is a two-way street. And I have been actually, I found myself reiterating this in the past 2 weeks a lot. Friendship, family, or whatever, everything. Every relationship is a two-way street. You cannot be out there sitting up on your high horse waiting for people to call you. If your phone has an end call button, best believe it has a call one too, okay? Meet people halfway. That's the whole point. So when you're going through something and people are not necessarily there, it does not mean that they do not have baggage of their own. That is a very, very important reminder for you to keep in your frontal lobe in your 20s, okay? You're adulting, so is everybody else. March to the beat. Otherwise, I hope that you have enjoyed the video, you know, and if you do want me to make this kind of content more, please do leave it in the comments below. Do not forget to like the video if you enjoyed it, share it with your friends. Yeah, of course, subscribe. I mean, hello, subscribe. Be happy, be kind, and stay blessed. I love you for watching.